Hi, my name's Julia, and I'm the CEA Mojo blogger in Barcelona for spring of 2018. And I'm here with my professor, Arthi Rajaraman. And so I'm just going to interview her about her background, experiences, what it's like being a professor here. So let's get started.
Sure.
So where are you from originally?
I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area.
Okay.
So specifically a town called Saratoga.
But when did you move to Barcelona and why?
I've been in Barcelona for, over 13 years now.
Okay.
I moved because of my husband.
Really?
Yeah, he's from here, so I moved for love. And I've been here ever since.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what neighborhood in Barcelona do you live in?
We live in a neighborhood called Sant Gervasi, so that's above the Diagonal, so in the north part of the city.
Cool. So how do you get to work every day? Metro? Or?
Metro. Today I took my car, usually the metro or bus, or even walking, because it's such a walkable city.
Right.
It's really easy.
Yeah. When did you learn to speak Spanish in Catalan?
Okay. Well, I studied Spanish in school a couple years, like you're required to in high school, but it was really a joke because I didn't practice it. So really, when I moved here is when I had to throw myself into it if I was going to survive. So
How long did it take you to become
fluent?
Yeah.
I would say about a year and a half.
Can you tell me a little bit about your career path?
Sure.
How you ended up here as a teacher for study abroad students?
This was by pure coincidence. A good friend of mine who happens to be a professor here had recommended me to the academic directors here, and I've been teaching, like I said, probably for over 10 years in a couple different universities in Barcelona.
How did you start out working for 60 Minutes, and what was it like working there?
So I still work there.
Okay.
And I've been working there now for almost 5 years, and it's great. It's a great place to work. So they're the only, I used to freelance for various channels, and now I just exclusively work for 60 Minutes. So when I'm not teaching, I'm a producer there. So I produce probably 2 stories a year for the show, which is every Sunday night. So 5 years ago, again, it was a producer was coming here to do 2 stories, one on Barca and one on Messi. And he called me and he said, I'd heard about you. You were recommended to me through somebody else, and could you help us with these stories? And so I helped sort of like as a fixer on those 2 stories, and it was just pure luck. So after that worked out, they came back to me and said, do you have any story ideas you would like to pitch us? And then eventually they gave me a contract as a freelance producer for them.
Cool. Can you tell me about a couple of specific projects that you've worked on for 60 Minutes?
Sure. The last story I just did aired right before Thanksgiving. It was a sports story. It happened to be a sports story about a Brazilian soccer team that, I don't know if you would be familiar with it, but it was pretty worldwide known. Last year, there was a Brazilian soccer team on the way to play a championship match. The plane crashed, and everybody died except for 6 survivors. And so that was pretty harrowing, but a interesting story about how the crash happened, how the team got there, and sort of the dynamics of the community, because the community really revolves around this team.
Right. Okay. What's your favorite part about being a study abroad professor?
I think it's great. I don't lose my connection with the U.S.
Right.
I mean, I still have my family, and I'm still work technically right in the U.S., but it's nice to see young people from the U.S. and see what you guys are up to, what you're thinking, and keep that connection.
Right.
I really enjoy that.
What does a regular day in Barcelona look like for you? Is it pretty consistent day to day?
It depends. I mean, today I didn't have to teach in the morning, so I'm meeting you, but then I have 2 meetings after, and then this afternoon I'm picking my kids up from school, and then I've got to do some phone calls to the U.S. for a story I'm working on. But typically I try to do all my teaching up until 4 p.m. So some days I might have back-to-back classes, but then by 4 p.m. I try to be done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's all the questions I have for you. So thank you so much.
No
for your
worries.
time.
Thanks for interviewing me.
Yeah.